Who done it?
It's me.
Who done it?
I killed the anime.
Oh. How could you do that to anime?
I thought it would be funny.
That is pretty funny.
It was pretty funny.
Anime was a mistake anyway.
Anime was a mistake. Whoops, I made anime. Oh, shoot.
So we're back. It's time to figure out who killed poor Chihiro. Precious cinnamon roll.
Little innocent Chihiro.
Who could do no harm.
She could probably kill someone if she didn't get killed, I bet.
Probably. I believe in her.
She's probably gonna kill. She was probably like about to kill someone and then she got killed. It's just like last time, probably.
I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body.
Again.
Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange this all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork.
Well, but
we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say?
oh yeah, this idiot made us his assistant.
Yeah. I wonder about that.
Great. Is the game gonna make me like him?
I don't think the game will ever make you like him.
I use this locker room all the time in the one day since
we've
we've had access to it.
It's like 3 days, dude.
Yeah, but she's literally been in here the whole time.
Yeah.
Now, it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else than carried here. She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her. But still, I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She'd been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late? I do it all the time.
I was here.
Hino or myself is usually in the locker room during the day, so she was probably avoiding it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she could have come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself.
Hi, Sans.
Hi, Sans. That's fun.
Yep.
She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she would have also come here with someone else.
She needed a gym buddy.
She needed someone to spot her. It's a possibility, I think.
Sakura's account? That seems more like it should be called Sakura's Speculations.
What do you think, idiot?
If you have time to talk, you have time to start investigating.
Cool.
Love this guy. Love him already.
She took her time examining Chihiro's corpse. She poked and prodded, going over every inch of the lifeless body.
You're a very strange woman, you know, being able to touch a dead body with absolutely no trouble.
She seemed to be concentrating pretty hard. It's like she can't even hear us.
Or simply chose to ignore that bullshit comment by that dum-dum.
The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. It's the serial killer's MO!
So when you're horny for blood.
There's a dumbbell on the floor, and...
And I'm not just talking about Mondo.
Ayo!
Hey!
This is a blood stain. There's a blood stain on the dumbbell. Can you scooch a little towards me? Are you the
Yeah.
King Zora?
Yeah.
You didn't make the sounds.
Sorry. I forgot. I thought the visual would be enough. The Monokuma file says a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her.
Does that mean this dumbbell is actually the murder weapon?
I don't imagine it could have been anything else.
Nice. Locker room dumbbell has been added to the court record. What else we got? We looked at that.
You haven't talked to Mondo.
That's true. There's a big blood stain here. Fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. What do you think, Mondo?
Dang it. Heck. Flip. Dude had a real complex about being weak. You heard Chihiro talk about it, alright? Oh, I need to get stronger.
Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once.
Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here.
But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't all that strong. Sakura's right there, dude!
I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff.
Sakura's gonna deck both these guys.
Sakura's gonna just body slam everyone to death.
The cause of Chihiro's complex. I can't help wondering what it might be. Oh, that was good enough to be added. I guess.
What does that have to do with anything?
Chihiro wanted to get stronger is an important plot point, apparently.
Now I believe it's time for us to move on.
Huh? Already?
New clues aren't allowed to magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case.
That's true, but...
If you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed.
He's so pushy. Guess I got caught up with the wrong person this time.
So, this is our next location.
Huh? This place is related to the investigation?
Figure it out for yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right?
I'm the one doing all the investigating. There are a bunch of different pool-related things, nothing have to do with the case. Gun. Maybe this gun was used to... No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes.
What? That's not even the scene of the crime, Baka.
You're a baka.
You're a baka. You could at least try to figure out what we should check without any help.
Baka.
The pad!
What?
The book pad! The electronic locking mechanism next to the girls' room.
Okay. If you insist. I remember right, this card reader's meant to work with our handbooks, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma.
He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
You called me?
Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up?
Well, it's just about this card reader.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook. And it's impossible for two people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
Unbelievable.
If there were some sort of erotic terrorists on the prowl, the ceiling-mounted Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter. And the school regulations prohibit anyone from lending anyone else their handbook, correct?
Of course.
Correctly correct!
So then, that means only girls can go in the girls' locker room, and only boys can go in the boys' locker room. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means...
Hey Makoto, I can see right through you.
See right through me?
Metal Gear. Allow me to tell you what you're thinking.
I know what I'm thinking.
Since Chihiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
In other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get it right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple.
But am I wrong? Yes.
You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer's been in front of you this entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited, Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of a noble Tagami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations. Knowing you, I bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things. Yeah, you're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore. They're things. Get it? Got it? Good.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it, so,
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together.
Unbelievable.
Or else I'll charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure the rest out on your own damn self.
That's fine.
Well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental facilities, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head to the main hall.
the main hall?
The main hall. That will help you understand what's going on. Good gravy.
Yeah, we were talking last night about what we thought happened. And I mentioned that, like, the rules I don't think said anything about stealing someone's.
You can steal, and that's not a crime.
We came to the main hall. So what are we looking for here? Does that mean I have to figure it out for myself? Why even bring me? It's a big gate. Seems like some kind of machine. Surveillance camera, and what I can only assume is a gun attached to it. It's so chilling. Monitor. File. There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? It's an e-handbook. No wait, there's 3 of them. What are they doing here?
Ugh. So, you finally found them. Did he just do it and he wants to play a game with us? Is he fucking Hannibaling us right now?
Huh? Did you know that these were here, Byakuya?
I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seems there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox.
So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka.
You can go ahead and confirm it yourself.
I immediately turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did...
Sayaka,
My waifu.
my waifu.
You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook.
Now do you understand? This key is to the loophole that I revealed earlier.
Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it.
We should pay closer attention to the regulations.
Yeah, now I understand. It's been added to the court record.
Hold on a second.
What's
Very
wrong?
Strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on.
Is it broken? Whose is it?
The other handbook showed Junko's name when I started it up.
Then the other one that won't turn on must be Leon's, right?
See.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled by dozens and dozens of baseballs.
I have to go to work after I finish streaming Sans, but maybe Clark, if he doesn't have stuff to do, I don't know. Pummeled with baseballs. The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment which led to Leon's death. The execution of that the mastermind concocted. A cruel, heartless death. You're right. It wouldn't be surprising for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey!
Yeah, didn't he say something that they were like indestructible or something?
Yeah. Hey!
What?
That e-handbook is essential to student life here. Crucial, integral, instrumental. A super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
But it did.
If I said it wouldn't break, it wouldn't freaking break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and it's waterproof for up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it wouldn't do crap. But, even my amazing handbook does have a single weak point.
It does?
I can't hear you.
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks. Then Leon must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness was, right? Hard to say. You know what I think? I think his handbook isn't actually broken. But you may ask, how could that be? You just didn't charge it.
Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now.
You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me.
Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit.
Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chihiro.
To be exact, not quite.
Huh? Not quite.
Hold on there, there's still more here waiting to be checked.
Monitor? It's one of the monitors Monokuma appears on. I don't see any clues around here.
Maybe he needs to be checked.
Maybe. Surveillance camera and a gun.
Check him out!
What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite.
Certainly I want to reveal Chihiro's killer, but more precisely,
He wants to win.
I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack.
Then you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Absolutely. I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the true culprit of the case.
That murderous fiend is Genocide Jack, right?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using bizarre and brutal methods. They're like a ghost, attacking suddenly, then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer?
Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented, psychotic killer like that?
You're not wrong to wonder.
Is it you?
No, yeah, I don't want to say.
But words mean little right now.
I have something that will prove it, and I can show you.
Okay, show me. Show me.
Show me.
Don't make
Dang it.
You ding dong. You goofer.
Don't make me repeat myself.
Is there really proof?
There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you
All
need.
clear now.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chihiro.
Evidence. Is there something like that, really?
Ah, hey you two.
Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play with you.
We're busy. Leave us alone.
But it's an emergency. Emergency! Oh, who's dead now? Come on, please. You gotta help me.
Please.
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help. Just calm down, okay, Hina? But it's an emergency.
Action!
An emergency? What happened? Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What should we do, Byakuya? Why are we asking him?
Since it's Toko, I must admit, I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her.
Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that'd be the end of it. Okay, come on, hurry! Wait for us, Hina.
Go.
Looks like she's headed to the dorms, to Toko's room, most likely.
You're right. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast.
So, what's the emergency?
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we went back to check on her. You know, see how she was doing. But when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff?
That's fine.
Like, more than usual?
We should try talking to her ourselves.
Yeah, good idea.
Hurry up and do it.
May as well give it a shot. The door swung open, slowly and silently.
What's up?
Holy crap! An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
Oh, nothing. It's just that Hina was really worried about you, pulling yourself up in your room.
Leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But could you open up just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Stick your foot in the door.
And just like that, she slammed the door in my face. What was that? This like a Jekyll and Hyde thing? She's been acting weird like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago,
I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend.
it doesn't make any sense, right? I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door. But it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. I couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough even to bar her door? Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? How about
this guy?
Hey Byakuya, do you think you could ask her? To come out of her room, I mean.
That's fine.
Sure, whatever.
Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. Hey Greta.
Hi, Greta.
After a few moments,
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're so annoying. Ah, Bacula. Scott Bacula? It's Byakuya. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise.
you didn't shower?
But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off.
There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation.
Hold on. Hey Byakuya, what was Toko talking about just now? Something about a promise?
No, I have no idea. Another one of her delusions, I'm sure.
But
Stop talking.
If I say I don't know, that means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her.
oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go.
Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya sped away. Byakuya!
Bacula!
I hurried to catch up. I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he wouldn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept walking toward his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a certain room. The library?
Come in. Let's go in.
Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the
Don't make me
library?
repeat myself.
Don't make me say it again.
What should we look at?
No.
This.
Now, no clues there. We need to check elsewhere.
Well then tell me where to check.
There's no point in checking there. We need to find the thing.
Why don't you find it then?
You find it. There are no clues here.
But I got money.
Money, baby!
Worth it.
What about the envelope?
You think there's a different envelope?
Oh. No point in checking there. Look for real clues. Knock it off. What does a desk lamp matter right now?
Well, maybe he'll tell me about ghost tricks.
No point. Stop it. Stop faffing about.
Never! Surveillance camera. Must have been watching when Chihiro was killed. They know what happened and they're still forcing us to go through with this. It's one of the monitors. What did I not look at? Looked at the books. Looked at those books.
Did you look at every books? No clues.
No clues. Looked at that. Looked at that. I'm out of here. If I remember, on the other side of this door, there's an archive, right?
Hurry up and go inside.
Oh, you just wanted me to go to the other room?
Go to the other room.
Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside.
You're all like, hey, there's a clue in here. So I'm looking at all the things, and it turns out you just wanted me to go to the next room. Jerk. Whoa, so many books and files. And so much dust, too.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust.
There's a wood box. It's empty.
Cool!
Although, judging by the smudges in the dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was.
There was an extension cord plugged in there. It provided very useful while I was in the library.
An extension cord, huh? It's a desk lamp.
Whoa!
Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Byakuya using in the library before.
what?
Do you have a problem with that lamp? It was here before. Then I moved it over there. It's too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Nice.
You didn't notice there was money inside? The shelf is stuffed tight with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one at random.
Ah, so you have a sharp eye to indeed select that file.
Huh?
That's the report on the presidential assassination. The original is kept in the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshairs you might wind up in for peeking at it.
Without making a sound, I returned the file to the shelf. There's so many files stuffed in the shelf. What's in all these things?
Those documents are dangerous.
Dangerous?
They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner.
You mean like members of the Diet or something?
No, I mean the ones with the real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows.
Oh, the Illuminati.
Yes, the Illuminati. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people there.
You're just kidding, right?
Am I?
I'll just let it go for now. Ton of thick files stuffed in the bookshelf.
If you're thinking of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning.
Oh, he means PETA.
Those things are filled with graphic and disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful.
Huh? What do you mean?
All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak.
Oh?
So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in this library is because of this room right here.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police reports, things no ordinary person would ever see. Isn't it magnificent?
This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guy's problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your preconceived reality, you label it as a lie.
Well, it's not that, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anyone have put all this together?
I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields. Or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored.
It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal.
What's wrong? You still can't believe it.
What about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible.
What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple, those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they are actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything.
You don't pull your punches, do you?
Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I reviewed them multiple times, so that there's no doubt.
Hold on a second. You're saying you read all these documents and more than once? But all of this has to be like top secret confidential stuff, right? So why?
My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty.
Huh?
Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers as well as domestic.
How is that possible?
In other words,
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from the shadows. My family is a member of that council. And I have within me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will.
His bloodline technique.
His bloodline technique, aka lots of money.
Yep.
But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. So whenever I have time, I like to review what documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing.
This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind.
And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine, ever since I was little. It's excellent mental exercise. I have solved more than a few of those cases by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my most recent favorites is the Genocide Jack case.
As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here.
It just occurred to me, but Byakuya is kind of like Light and L's really shitty love child.
Yeah, he's the worst. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. The first characteristic is that every crime scene the word bloodlust is written on the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way.
Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended.
You know,
It's exactly the same as what happened to Chihiro.
I don't know.
No one could copy those.
Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of a copycat killer, Makoto, but I feel like the copycat might be right here.
Yeah. Anyone could read this file or have heard about this in the news.
Yeah. Save your surprise. The best is yet to come. For a second characteristic, when the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about the particular fact were members of the police and the other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out.
Huh?
In other words, no one on the news, no one online, nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victims. Now, if you'll recall Chihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion.
So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
He read the file.
Yeah.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
In other words,
The culprit isn't a copycat killer, but the real Genocide Jack.
in other words,
That right there is the evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself amongst the rest of us.
Then Genocide Jack really is. Such a brutal, fiendish killer really is walking around among us?
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I've never imagined a killer with such reputation would ever be part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what I've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two. If you get down on your knees and beg, I might show you myself.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
What if Byakuya just Will-grammed Toko?
Yeah. There's even a surveillance camera in here. So I think that was everything in here. So I guess can we look at the file? Is it in our... No, it didn't get added to our court record, right?
No, it did not.
Should we talk to him?
Yeah.
Byakuya, about the Genocide Jack case file. Could you let me see it?
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time.
Yeah, you're probably right, Greta.
Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. Oh, golly!
Byakuya handed me the file, and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers.
We're gonna read this file right after this quick commercial break.